And so I was doing the scene, vomiting, doing the scene, and it was constant. I mean, it was just a whole day of me throwing up in a bucket, which looked remarkably like the Cylon goo. Actually. So it was just a weird thing, you know? I had so many of those weird moments where you're like, where do you draw as an actor to like pretend like you're flying some shit that's like actually kind of looks like a human body inside and a machine? And you're like, oh yeah, there was this time in band camp, I remember, it was very similar. I mean, how do you just, you know, at that point, you're just like, I guess I just, you know, do it. I hope I don't screw up.
A couple of years ago, Richard Hatch was here, who was very excitable about not only the old series, but the new series. From what I've read on the net, he was very, very backing of getting Battlestar Galactica back on TV. He was very, very enthusiastic about Battlestar. What was he like? Was he, when he came into the series, was he very, you know, going for it? And then obviously his character continued on for years, but he was also a little bit excitable. I know I've used that 3 times, but he was very, very excitable about
I love Richard Hatch. I do. I think he's just a lovely, lovely human being, and he's just such a kind soul. And that's why we had him and nobody else. Dare I name names? Richard came in, and the first episode that he did, he was like a kid in a candy store, but he also, it was very interesting, because it was almost like he like passed the torch, and he didn't want to step on anyone's toes.